Okay, another day of LYTTV. Today we meet Joey Forster.
How's that? How are we, mate?
Very special day for this guy. 300 games he's played for Littleton, which happened last week. So let's just wind back the clock, Joey.
Yeah.
What year did you start playing for the Div 2 Dolphins?
So when I first started playing, it was about 2003, and I think from memory we were actually Div 5. So we started off in Div 5. But yeah, and through the years we sort of made our way into Div 2 and to the team we are now, where we sort of really punching above our weight, to be honest.
Cool. And how old were you when you first started?
I think it was about 19. About a young 19-year-old. I come in as a bit of a young fellow with a lot of energy, and I always wanted to play senior rugby for Littleton. Never even thought about going anywhere else. So as soon as I left school, I was in here and getting involved with some of the
definitely a one club man. Not many players play 300 games for one club, so hell of an achievement. Just looking back over those 300, Joey, any real special games that come to your mind?
I think the games that do stand out are the games that we probably should have lost. I don't really have specific games. Obviously you win finals and that's cool, and I've won a couple. But for me, it's about the games where, as you know, I'm team man now, as I say. It's about the boys pulling through and digging deep and getting those really dirty wins that sort of stick out to me. You know, the days where it's freezing cold and wet, and you could probably be in a lot more comfortable places, but you go out and you get wins. And
like the win against High School Boys last year.
Win against the High School Boys last year, was it like 5-0 or 7-5 or something like that? Just those sorts of games really do. Yeah. I mean, 20 years ago, even 15 years ago, I don't really have a lot of memories of those games, to be honest. It was such a long time ago, but...
over those 300 games, you've played with a hell of a lot of lads. Any guys that really stand out, you love putting on the jersey with?
I've thought about this.
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I have thought about this because I've come through with generations, when I first come into the team, there were a lot of old blokes, but I sort of leant on the front rowers, obviously. Yeah. As a young front rower coming into the team, and guys like Sumo, he's not involved in the team anymore, but has been for a long time over the years. He was a bit of an inspiration to me. The Ormsby brothers, they were a couple that I sort of leant on throughout, especially those first 10 years. Yeah. Just that up front footy and just playing tough and getting into the game and moving through the generations, guys like Dazzle Tower and Joe T and B. Noel and Anthony Goond, names like that who I really did look up to. And then moving through again and actually a good mate of mine who come with me when we first come here. It's Tamor Fussy, and he was probably one of the best players I've ever played with in my life. Wow, cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, there's so many names now. It's so hard.
I put you on the spot.
I could cherry pick dudes, but those older guys, the guys I really looked up to in those first 10 years, those are the sort of guys I sort of tried to model my game around, where it's uncompromising and tough. Cool. And then obviously the talent that has come through this team in the last 10 to 15 years is, a lot of these boys could be playing for any other club in Christchurch, but they chose Littleton, and that will stick with me forever. Yeah,
nice one. The name Joey Forster is probably a little bit synonymous with yellow and red cards.
Yeah.
How many cards do you think you've had, Joey, over the 300 games?
There was a year there where we actually had a yellow card club, and it was old Alan Goodmanson. He gave me a award at the Prize Wings one year, a yellow card club, and actually framed it with a yellow card square on it, and that is somewhere around. I'm not too sure where it is. It is around somewhere. I've had a few. I don't know, a couple. It's easily double digits. But that's just the way I've sort of played. I've always sort of pushed the envelope with my aggression. And it sort of found me on the having a wee break every now and again.
Awesome, yeah. Just for me personally, Joe, I've only seen a small part of your 300, but I always admire the way you come out. Your work rate is incredible, and you put guys 10 years younger than you to shame. Any little secrets there? Do you put in extra time training outside of Thursdays?
Definitely. Again, I'm breaking this up into sort of decade. So the last 10 years, I've definitely had to work a bit harder on that.
Yeah.
Just to get myself right enough to be good enough and to be matching dudes that are a bit younger than me. So I am working through the week to get the body good.
Yeah.
The last 5 years is a lot harder, so a lot more work goes in. So the younger you are, and you don't really have to put as much effort in. Although we all should. We've got to remember this is Premier Reserve or Div 2 rugby, and we're out here to have a good time first and foremost. But to keep your body right, a lot of work goes into it.
Yeah. How good is this pitch, Joey? Unreal. Today we've got Linwood Bishop Memorial Trophy. You ever play with any of the Bishop boys? Or majors?
Yeah. I've a bit of claim to fame. I have played with both Aaron and Nathan Major. It was a few years ago now. Aaron sort of helped him out. He played a few games, and I'm pretty sure he was coming back from an injury, and you could tell he was an All Black then.
Yeah.
Played with Graham Bishop or Grim.
Yeah, cool.
That's pretty cool, to
Nice
play with one of the best ever All Black halfbacks to go around.
Right,
It was pretty cool, and Grim was a good fella. He didn't really say much, but he definitely knew if he was going to have a snipe that you better back him up, because he was going to get the ball to you, where you were, and having a few times.
Nice one. Okay, so unfortunately, Joe, you got the injury last week. Today was going to be your celebration game. You actually played your 300th game last week. But I see you've got your new jersey on.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, how good is this?
Presented by your parents.
Yeah, week 300 on the back. Pretty special.
How good.
Yeah, pretty special.
So yeah, big night tonight. You got to pass out.
Yeah, I definitely got to pass out, mate. Definitely got to pass out. Yeah, there'll be a few beers floating around, I'm sure. The old man will be up there too, so he'll be throwing a few around as well, I suppose. But really looking forward to it. And it's gutted, can't be out there playing, but it's rugby, eh?
Massive day, mate. Massive day. Very proud moment for yourself and your whānau. Enjoy the night, Joey, and let's get up the fort. We've got a pretty strong team out again. We've won 2 in a row. Had a bit of a bad start, but getting our groove on.
Yeah, we definitely are. Definitely are. We're not far off, and the boys can put in a decent effort today. We're going to push them all the way. It should be a tough game.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Joey.
Good on you,
Good
Mouse.
luck,
So if you will just give me the honour of reaching into your top left pocket there, mate, and pull out whatever's in there, you'll find yourself a red and a yellow card, which you probably used to spending a lot over the years. So that's your own ones to take home. You can pull me out of the house if any of the kids are playing up. You can just give them that one, send it out to your room. Whatever you want to do. In the other pocket there, if you reach in there, you pull someone else out. That's a wee gift. That's a night away for you and Kat, because what we said before is Kat. None of this would have been possible if it wasn't for you, letting him do what he does, letting him come suit up with us, make his trainings and be committed to the club. So that's a joint present for the both of you. And we have another gift here, which is engraved in the back. And if you wouldn't just mind reading what's engraved in the back for everyone. Cinnamon cracker. Just so that Joey knows in the future how long he's going to live in the city. So we walk from the legs. But I appreciate what you've done for us, brother. You're a great human being, great friend, great team. Just one other secret about the blazer that just because Joey's origins to the club, if you look on the inside of the blazer, it's got the old school Littleton Dolphins and Boardman in his name. He was a Dolphin when he started, he'll be a Dolphin when he leaves. He's always been a Dolphin, he's a hell of a man. Let's go.